G'day folks, my name's John. I do product reviews and make travel videos from around Western Australia. These aren't just videos of me on holidays, they include useful information that you, the travelling public, might find helpful if you're travelling or thinking of travelling around the great state of WA. So subscribe and join me as we see where we're off to today. G'day folks, how you going? Welcome back to the channel. And this is your first time here. Been great to see you and hope you hang around for a while. We're coming towards the end of our exploring Kalbarri Dongra series, and we've already done Kalbarri, we've done Dongra, so if you haven't seen those videos, go back and have a look at them. In this week's video we're going to check out the Greenough historical settlement. Now this isn't like a full village and that sort of thing. It's about 11 restored buildings, certainly worth having a look at, and most people just fly straight past and probably don't even realise it's even in behind the trees there. So we're going to go in there and have a look. So before we do that, a couple of quick things. If it's the first time here and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down there and give it a thumbs up as well, because that all helps out the channel by making YouTube show my videos to more people. Also down the bottom we've got a couple of links down there, one to Amazon. Hit that link, that'll take you to Amazon. You can go buy whatever you like and it flicks a few cents back to us. And the other one is if you consider doing a one-off donation to the channel, which all helps to fund the channel just so we can go out and produce more videos. Anyway, housework done, so let's get into it and check out what the Greenough, I forgot the name of it for a minute there, the Greenough Historical Village has to offer. The settlement of Greenough was established in the mid-1850s, with wheat farming being the main industry of the area. After a cyclone and then flooding towards the end of the 1800s, gold found in the goldfields and bad wheat prices, by the start of the early 1900s the hamlet was all but deserted. In 1966 a local historical society was established, and together with the National Trust work started on acquiring historic properties and restoring what was left of the hamlet. Today there are 11 buildings that you can self-guide your way through as you take a walk back in time. Some of the houses at least have over the years been used by many different people, and in this building its history has been marked on the walls. This building started out as a convent in 1899. The Dominican sisters established a school before they moved to Dongra a few years later, and the Presentation sisters moved in. In 1944 the sisters were given their marching orders and the army moved in for a while. I guess at some point the sisters were allowed back till they left the area in 1951. The church, whichever one you follow, played a big influence in early settlements everywhere. And once again you can see this by the fact that there are a number of churches and church buildings in this small town. St. Peter's Church is the first one we're going into, and it is still used today as a church for the locals. Goodwin's cottage was built by the church for Ned Goodwin in 1890. He was a retired cop and lived there until he died in 1912. The building reverted back to the church, who used it as a school till 1958. Today the house is furnished much the way it would have looked back when old Ned wandered up and down the old wooden floors. So it's quite windy outside, and it's quite surprising for an old building. With some gaps under the door and that, there's no real draft or anything in here. It's actually rather warm, which I thought it'd be cold and sort of drafty and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, bit of a surprise. So I'd actually been in here before, just after they had closed this road down that I'm walking along now. This used to be the old Brand Highway between Perth and Geraldton, and they moved it a couple hundred metres over there. I don't think the area was fenced off yet, because you could walk around through here. You didn't have to pay, but it was part of the National Trust. And I think there was only one building that was open with a little bit of information. And the rest of them, they were sort of between a lock-up building and sort of derelict kind of thing. And over the years, they've just basically renovated, rebuilt the buildings back to near as they can to original condition. And for the most part, they've actually done a pretty damn good job. Down the bottom end of the road is an old flour mill. I believe it's been restored by the National Trust, but it's on private property, so it's unavailable to see. St. Catherine's Hall is part of the church next door. If you listen closely, you can still hear life in the old building. St Catherine's Church is our next stop. Built around 1913, it is also still used for services today. I got to tell you, for a little town, it sure had a lot of churches. By far the biggest building is the old police station and magistrates court. The police sergeant also lived here with his wife and 12 kids. This was the business inn, the magistrates' court. I thought that might have been the room for the judge, but it's the visiting doctor's room. I wonder if they did operations on this table. Now we go down to the cells. Execution? Yes. Third door on the left, to the right. Out the back is the prisoner's exercise yard. You shit with a friend. So I'm guessing this was some kind of exercise area, because it's quite high walls over there. That's the back of the jail there. But wouldn't they just jump over that fence? Unless there was something in between that's not here anymore. Have a look down the well. Well, I'm not sure if it's somebody's broken a mirror and thrown them down the bottom there, or whether there's a little bit of water in the bottom of that well, but it goes down a long way. Didn't want to dig it. The horses from the old stables may be long gone, but the local pigeons are still loving the place. The old school is our last stop. Just reading the question on one of these exams. If 450 people wanted to travel a journey of 250 miles at 3 farthings a mile, what would be the fare amount? What the hell's a farthing? How many hours from 9 o'clock AM on the 1st of June to 7 o'clock PM on the 30th of June? You need to know that. Why? Reduce, I assume, 12 shillings, 7.5, I don't know what a D would be, to the decimal of £2. I'd have no hope in this. I wasn't much good at school when I went to school in my time, let alone in this time. Jesus, this is ridiculous. Draw a map of Africa indicating the chief rivers and the portions of the continent forming part of the British Empire. Name the principal mountain range of North Africa. Show by a rough sketch where they are located. Pass. Ooh, ooh. There's something magical about this place, but I just can't put my finger on it.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Well, that's it for the Gilderton Heritage Village. So if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe down the bottom down there, and don't forget the thumbs up because that really helps the channel out. And I guess we'll see you again somewhere in some travel somewhere else. So till then, happy travels.